What's up, my pineapples? Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm really excited because one, your girl has a drugstore video for you. I'm really excited to show you all my top drugstore picks. You guys always know I always gravitate towards more like drugstore products over high end. It's just where my heart is at. I love how the brands have been stepping it up so much. Unfortunately, like price as well, but there's still a ton of products and it is much more affordable than hitting Sephora up all the time. I think the drugstore actually works better than a lot of high-end products sometimes as well. And I'm really excited because the day has finally freaking come. It has come. I am collaborating with my good friend here on YouTube, Ashley. Her channel is Makeup by A. Marie. We have been talking about collaborating for freaking years, like forever. We're finally collaborating and she's going to be doing a video where she's going to be showing you a ton of high-end products and giving you dupes at our drugstore, which is amazing. I'm telling you, there's a lot of good drugstore items that are just as comparable, if not better than high-end. So I'm super excited to see her video as well. I'm going to link her down below as well as her channel. She does a lot of good tutorials. Like whenever I watch her videos, I look at her tutorials and I'm just like, damn. Her makeup looks so good, and also not because of lighting or editing or whatever, it looks so bomb in person. She is absolutely stunning. I love her personality. We've been friends for a long time and oh, she's just my girl. I love her. I get to see her in a couple weeks. I'm so excited. All right, I think that is it. I'm going to leave all her information down below. Don't forget to subscribe. Show her some love. If you're not yet subscribed to myself as well, don't forget to subscribe because it is free, $99. And also click that bell so you get notified whenever I upload. My upload schedule is every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. So now let's get on with it. So first product up is brows. I'm going to go in the order of how I do my makeup just so I make sure I don't miss anything. I also have some layover clips so that you're able to see like how the product works and you guys can see it in action so you guys really know how it works. So first up is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist. I have purchased this pencil so many times. It is my holy grail, like #1. If I could only pick one pencil to use for the rest of my life, it's this one, and it's that serious. It's really nice and thin. I am in the shade Dark Brunette. There it is right there. And it is just like the Anastasia Brow Wiz in my opinion. Ever since I started talking about this, I have not bought one. I am obsessed with this pencil. I think it knocks every pencil out of the park. It's not too waxy and it's not too dry. It's that perfect middle consistency. I have got so many people hooked on this thing. I love the way it makes my brows just because it is really nice and thin, because sometimes a girl can go really overboard. If you see some videos in the past, I apologize. It's just like, I don't know what happened, but this always keeps me kind of in check. Like, girl, what are you doing? Let's control those brows. So next up are eyeshadows. Now, I wanted something that was a palette just because it's super convenient. I don't really mess with too many single shadows. It's just really inconvenient and just dipping and opening so many different things. I love palettes and just convenience, and this is where it's at. This is the L'Oreal Paradise Enchanted palette. This is my favorite one. Like, I've tried so many different drugstore palettes and I keep going back to this one. Constantly use this one. I did a full review on this line and I know Ashley did as well. They're stunning. There's not a lot of fallout. They blend easily. They're buildable, which I love. I'm currently wearing it right now, and let me just zoom you in so you can see, and they work beautiful. Like, look at that. It is so nice. So I really appreciate this palette. I think it's a great one. If you just want an all over like kind of neutral warm palette, this is amazing. When it comes to eyeliner, these are my top two from the drugstore. The first one is the Maybelline Eye Studio Gel Pot Liner. This one is in Black is Black. They also have like a charcoal one and I believe a dark brown, but this is what it looks like. Oh my gosh, it is so beautiful. It glides on super easy. It comes with its own brush. It's only good just to do like a regular just line across the lid. It's pretty hard just to get like a flick or a wing just because it is thicker of a brush. Lasts all day long. It is definitely waterproof. It's really nice and black in pigment. Whenever I want a gel pot liner that is black, I want it super, super black, and this is it. I wanted to show you guys another one, and it's the Rimmel Gel Liner, and that one is probably like the cheapest liner that is so good. I think it's like $6, but they were all out. Then I went to another friggin' CVS and all out, and I was like, what the heck? And then it hit me, because it's good, duh. And duh. On to lashes. My favorite lashes by far are the new Ardell Faux Mink. They are my favorite just because they're super nice and fluttery. They're super soft to the touch. They have a nice elastic band where it's really flexible. The style I have on is the, what is this, 812 right here. and I love them. Feels so nice and light where you feel like nothing is on your freaking eyes. So next up is primer. I love the Maybelline Master Prime. This one is a Blur Plus Pore Minimize. They also have one for illumination and also for color correcting, but this one is my favorite right here. You'll see in the clip, it's a clear silicone type of primer, and then when I place it on my forehead looks super shiny. I'm someone where I have an oily T-zone. I'm normal all around. Once I place a primer, it helps mattify it, and as you can see, it's like blurring out my skin already, even before I put on my foundation. So this one is definitely number one. Now, if you're someone where you really suffer from like really large pores and it's just you need something a little bit more heavy duty, the one that's good is the NYX Pore Filler. But this is one of those products where I'm just like, damn, you are so expensive. Like, why? It is 16 bucks. You can coupon it up. Like at Ulta, you can get $3.50 off. But for me, Ulta isn't really considered drugstore. For me, this video is based on like Walgreens, CVS. Like you can walk into those stores and you're going to find these brands. I'm not considering like Sonia Kashuk or brands you can find in Target. Nothing like that. Everything is distinctly like a regular typical drugstore. And this one is pricey, 16 bucks. So if you can get it on sale, I definitely would. But this is super heavy duty. It will really fill in those pores. And if you have really oily skin, it will help with that. See, so it's a really thick consistency. See, so it really pushes in right into the pores. Okay, so next up, let's go into some foundations. Now I have quite a few, but they all do something different for me personally. Let's start off with BB creams. This one's super nice and light from Maybelline. This is the BB Fresh, and that's how it feels. It makes your skin feel fresh. It's nice and light. It's not heavy at all. This is awesome for those days where you just want really nice sheer coverage and you just want to like balance out. My air conditioner just went on, so if you hear that, that's what it is. If you want something just to like balance out your canvas, this is awesome. There's so many good benefits. Blurs imperfections, enhances, brightens, adjusts to skin tone, smooths, hydrates, helps protect with SPF 30. Yes. You are super oily and you want something more full coverage, Infallible Pro Matte. This is one of the ones I had to go repurchase because should I just show you what mine look like? Okay, it looks gross. So this is what mine looks like, and there's like nothing in there except just some clear liquid coming out because that's how serious I am about this foundation. It is so good. But I am in the shade Sun Beige. Amazing product. Super, super full coverage. If you have any dry areas though, be careful because these were like cling right onto those babies. Now with the Pro Matte, I love that one on its own, but I personally like to mix in a little bit of Pro Glow just because I'm not like super oily everywhere, and it is the perfect combination. This is like the only like glow product foundation I can wear without having really worrying to be like a greasy mess. This just makes your skin look super glowy. It doesn't look greasy, even coming from someone who has an oily T-zone. So I can actually wear this on its own. If you do have dry skin, you'll love this on its own as well. For one of those lighter days and something that you just want nice and light, but a little bit more coverage than a BB cream, I love the Wet n Wild foundation. I'm in the shade Golden Beige and I have to add a little bit of caramel. So cheap. I believe these are $4.99 each. Oh, amazing. It feels so nice and light, gives a light to light medium coverage, feels like you're not wearing anything. The foundation that I'm currently wearing right now is one of my favorites, and it is the Maybelline 24-Hour Foundation. This gives like a beautiful demi matte type of finish. It is not super, super matte, but it is full coverage. It covered up one of my friends up here that you can't even see anymore. They got kicked out of the freaking party, and I love this foundation just because it still feels super light, even though it is full coverage. This is probably like more of like my most heavy duty foundations. If I compare this one to like the L'Oreal, which one do I prefer? I like this one just because it doesn't make my skin look as dry. It doesn't wear off weird. I never get blotchy. I would say this is probably like my number one though out of all of these, even though I love them all, and I had to show them all. Now my favorite concealer is the Maybelline Fit Me. I use this for so many different things. I use it to clean up my eyebrows. I use this underneath my eyes. It is really nice and light. I think it gives a good medium coverage if you don't have too dark of circles. I also think this is buildable. What I like about this is that it has a super thin formula. So even though you build it up underneath your eye, it doesn't make your under eye look cakey. If you're someone where you suffer from like a lot of creasing or fine lines, try a thinner concealer. I think this would really work well for you. It comes in a ton of different shades. Now I don't have an under eye set. That's like the one thing where I was like, I'm not just gonna put one in there just to put one in there. If I want to have like holy girl status, I need to have like the I have gotten suggestions for different ones, but personally for me, I haven't found one that works just as good as like a Laura Mercier or like the Too Faced Born This Way translucent all this long name powder thing. Next up to set my face is the L'Oreal Pro Matte. I am telling you, when I use this to set my face, my foundation really locks in and it lasts a much longer time. If you suffer from being greasy or oily, this is going to be your best friend. Comes in so many different shades. This really reminds me of like the MAC Studio Fix. As far as bronzer goes, I will be the #1 person to tell you that I do not bronze out my face beautifully every single time. I always have like one good side and like this is my bad side. You see how it looks a little bit more blotchy? I have nothing to hide from you guys, but sometimes I just have problems with like contouring and bronzing. It's just not my forte, but what makes me blend this baby out really easily and kind of helps me out and makes my brush into a magic wand is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This stuff really blends out beautifully where it's so goof proof. Like it is really nice. They did finally like expand their shades. Once they came out, everybody was like, hello, like where are all the other shades? Because they only started with this one, I believe, which was bronzer. Then I went ahead and picked up Sunkissed. They do have a deeper one. This one kind of reminds me of like Max Give Me Sun. And those ones blend out beautifully. Cheaper alternative is the Wet n Wild pressed powder, and this one is in cocoa. This one is the foundation powder, so this one blends out beautifully as well. It really reminds me of Max Give Me Sun as too. Like, see, so here's a swatch of that, and here's my Max Give Me Sun. Max Give Me Sun, I don't know. I think it's personally a dupe that's close enough for me. There we go, they're both blended out. I kind of left like some powder on the Wet n Wild and showed you a really crappy swatch, but that's what it looks like. Wet n Wild on top, and then also the MAC at the bottom. So next up is blush. Ones that I love that are more newer to my collection, not a new product though, is the Paradise Enchanted from L'Oreal. This one is in Bashful, but this one has the most beautiful glow to it. If you're one where you love those cheap products that are kind of work like a blush and also a highlight, this is for you. Currently wearing is Charming, and I love this blush just because it gives you like a really nice glow. It's a beautiful fall blush as well. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I love these. These last really long. They don't go patchy because I find that so many blushes freaking go patchy on me and these do not. Of course, it wouldn't be my channel if I didn't show this freaking blush. This is the Wet n Wild Mellow Wine Blush. I honestly have to put this blush away so much. This is my go-to matte blush. I use this all the time. I put it back in my collection, like, get away from me, I can't use it anymore, and then it comes back. I have no idea how I haven't hit pan yet. That just is like, what? Because I use this for so many months in a row. So this is your fave. I really love you because I'm obsessed with this one. It is that serious. Because it looks so basic. I kind of wish they would kind of ump up their packaging, like the outside just a little. But hey, if it keeps the cost down, like don't mess with the packaging. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. Just keep it how it is. We like it nice and cheap and that it works good. Okay. Love the Wet n Wild highlighters. Oh my gosh, they look so stunning. So one of my favorites is Crown of My Canopy. So here's a swatch of Crown of My Canopy. Look at that. Looks just like any high-end freaking highlighter. And then my other favorite is Precious Petals. This is more on like the champagne pinky side. Really, no, more on just like the champagne, not pinky. But this is lighter in tone and it just gives you that beautiful, beautiful highlight right on the upper cheeks right here. And they both, oh, they lay on so beautiful. The Maybelline Master Chrome. These are for when you want that bam highlight, like beautiful. If you use these wet, oh my gosh, so intense. So my favorite one is Molten Gold. This one got so much freaking hype and it's for a reason. I feel like this is such a dupe to all those like golden highlights that everybody loves. Let's do a swatch right here. I mean, just look at that. That is intense. Not as intense as the Wet n Wild, which is why I wanted to show these because these have a beautiful glow. But if you don't want anything too intense, then I would go for those ones because they still look beautiful. But look how intense the Maybelline one is. Molten Peach. Swatch of this one. And there you go right there. Very, very glowy, beautiful, are really intense though. And then whenever I do my makeup after I do my highlight is when I finish off my brows. Now these two brow sets are so freaking bomb. The first one I'm going to talk about is by Maybelline. This is the Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer. Now a tip to use this is once you take it out, you have to make sure that you wipe off the excess because if you don't, things will get bad real quick. This is what the brush looks like, and it's very just different. It's very weird. There's small little teeth, and since there are fibers in this, once you stroke it through your brow hairs, this can give you that super bushy effect. Like I'm telling you, it makes your brows look really nice and thick. Or you can go ahead and just brush them back and just slick them back like usual. It'll just fill in your brows. But if you just want like just a regular brow set that's not too intense but still keeps like the hairs in place, the L'Oreal one right here, Brow Stylist, is amazing. I love this one just because it is like goof proof. It's really user friendly just because it has such a small applicator. See, as you can see right there, it is so tiny. So say like you just want to get this one little area, you can do it. It just gives a really nice basic set without breaking your pockets. It does really help define as well. So say you want certain hairs to just be a little bit darker or just stand out more, just continuously stroke them, and it does a really good job at that. Now I'm only going to show you one mascara because there's only one that stands out to me, and mascara is just one of those products where it's very personal. Everybody's lashes act differently, but my number one, Lash Paradise. I use waterproof, bomb, never flakes on me, super waterproof. I love the brush. I did a whole video on it. If you're a fan of the Too Faced Better Than Sex, I think the brush is super similar, and I actually think this product is better because I find that the Better Than Sex can really clump up the lashes and this one does not. So this is what the brush looks like. Oh, amazing. So if you're in the market for a waterproof one especially, this one's bomb. And last but not least are lip products. Now lip products, there's so many in the drugstore that are so freaking bomb, so I can list like so many, but I'm going to show you my top ones right now. One of the lip colors I'm currently wearing is from L'Oreal. These are the Color Shine lipsticks. I think they look so sexy on. These are so perfect for fall. I'm someone where I get just like chapped freaking lips, and I always have to constantly put lip masks, and the day that I just miss it, my lips are chippity chap. But this product just looks so beautiful. It gives the perfect amount of color. Comes in a whole wide range as well. So here is Glossy Fawn, just a really nice everyday nude. And then they also have some pretty colors for fall as well. Just really nice and moisturizing. That looks a little bit brighter on camera. It is deeper. It is a deeper berry, so like a deeper magenta. So yeah, but they have a ton of different colors. Super comfortable. I find it's one of those products that even though it is moisturizing, the crap doesn't end up in your teeth, because I find that things are so moisturized and they look beautiful, and then you're like, yeah, and then you have like lipstick all over your teeth, and it's just not a good look. And then the product that I think that is done really well is by L'Oreal, and these are the lip paints. Now if you want a really matte lip, like I'm talking about, you made sure that you properly exfoliated and you masked your lips before, you can use these because they look really bomb. These are all the matte shades. So here, I'll do some swatches. Right here, just look at that shade. It's a really beautiful nude. This one is in the shade Tongue Tied. Peach Pit, the one in the middle, and I'm telling you, these dry down super matte. Skinny Dip, and this is like a light one. Skinny Dip, that one I really have to mix in with other shades, or else it looks like I just ate powdered donuts all day. Wow guys, I showed you so many freaking products, but I promise you, all of these products in my opinion are so freaking bomb. They are just as good as high-end, if not better. I love their performance. I use these all of the time, like all of the freaking time. They are the creme de la creme. If you guys want to go try them out, I hope you guys do. I hope they work out for you. That is it for today's video. I'm just gonna cut it because I know your girl's been talking for a long time. Don't forget to check out my girl Ash. I'll have her link down below. I also upload every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. I love you fine apples so much. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thumbs up for more drugstore videos, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Mwah.
Here I go, it's all about you, it's all about me, it's all about what we do. Making art, you and me, trying to find something to